Colorado Republican Darryl Glenn was considered an underdog when he started his Senate campaign. The voters ultimately sided with him during the June 28th primary. One America's Cameron Kramer explains how Glenn was able to beat out a packed primary field and his plans for a general election matchup against Democratic Senator Michael Bennet.
Darryl Glenn's resume is a lengthy one. Retired Air Force Lieutenant Colonel, former champion powerlifter, law firm co-owner, and county commissioner. But he's hoping to add one more title come November, Colorado's senator. Glenn says his life experience has prepared him for this moment.
Through the help of my parents and faith, I've been working hard. It's about identifying a goal and realizing the fact that you're going to have to work really hard to accomplish that objective.
Voters tended to agree in the June 28th Colorado Senate Republican primary. Glenn, a one-time underdog in a crowded field including State Rep John Kaiser, bested the competition by taking 37% of the vote. His rise from relative anonymity was thanks, at least in part, to a rousing speech at the Colorado GOP State Convention that started like this.
We've got these teleprompters here. I'm sitting here waiting for President Obama to come in here.
Over the next 7 minutes, Glenn laid out his platform.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Darryl Glenn, and I am an unapologetic Christian, constitutional, conservative, pro-life, Second Amendment-loving American.
He touched on his strategy to defeat ISIS by strengthening the U.S. military and turned his attention to securing the border and easing racial tensions in the country.
It is not about black America, white America, brown America. It's about the United States of America.
When the topic changed to the economy, Glenn sprinkled in some humor to deal with the serious subject.
We can no longer spend more money than we can bring in. Trust me, my kids know I know how to say no.
Glenn wrapped up his speech by zeroing in on Hillary Clinton.
You know what I'm going to say about Miss Clinton. I hope she's listening. But I am permanently committed to making sure that we remove her from her pantsuit and put her in a bright orange jumpsuit, ladies and gentlemen.
Colorado voters weren't the only ones impressed. Endorsements from Ted Cruz and Sarah Palin followed. And suddenly the previously unknown Glenn wasn't such an underdog.
Everything that I've captured in that speech were stories that I've heard on the campaign trail, and I just happened to be the vehicle to deliver it.
His focus now turns to November in a matchup against incumbent Democrat Michael Bennet, whom Glenn was critical of on subjects like the Iran nuclear deal and Obamacare.
I think that when you look at those key issues and how they're having an impact on Colorado, when people evaluate that record, they're going to say that he's not voting in the best interest of Colorado. He's voting in the interest of the Obama administration.
A recent SCF poll shows Glenn trailing Bennet by just 5 percentage points, a gap he believes he can close.
We've been labeled the underdog since I announced, but the underdog keeps winning, so people should take notice.
Colorado voters chose Republican Cory Gardner over the Democratic incumbent in a 2014 Senate race, and now Glenn hopes history will repeat itself in 2016. Cameron Kramer, One America News.